G'day guys, it's Mark here from North Oz, and in today's video we're going to be going through a couple of questions about my brand new Hilux. The first thing is, where has it been? It's been off the channel for a few weeks now, so we're going to talk about that. But we're also going to talk about why my brand new Hilux had to get a complete vehicle respray. So we'll talk about that too, but also I've had a brand new electrical system installed, so we'll do a little bit of a walk around of that as well. It's going to be a great video, so stick around, let's get into it. So to answer the first question of where my Hilux has been for the last few weeks, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So like I said, yes, there is a bit of a story behind why I haven't had the Hilux on the channel, and I do really want to document this part of its life, I guess, as you know, the start of you know, the build really, because it's had to have a full respray and full color respray, full paint respray, and we'll get into the reason for that in a second. But so you understand kind of the timeline of what happened. So I picked up the vehicle on just before Christmas. It was the 23rd of December, something like that. Picked it up from the dealership. All looked fine on the showroom floor. I was very excited. Drove it back to Cairns from the Tablelands, and everything looked fine. I was very happy with it. And then I gave it its first you know, clean and had a bit of a good look around the vehicle, as we do when we get new cars. And I started looking around, started noticing all these little dirt marks, or what I thought was dirt marks, but it ended up actually being quite deep paint chips all the way down to the metal and down to the primer. And it was all over the vehicle. You know, it started kind of around the front panel here and then started moving its way down towards the tray. Tray had lots of scratches on it as well. So there's a lot of issues with the paint. So I brought this to the attention of John Cole Toyota, who I buy all my vehicles from, and our family purchases all our vehicles from there because of the reasons why I'm going to say very shortly. And you know, they said, yeah, listen, bring it up. I had to bring it up anyway because I was getting a dual battery installed by a third-party installer, but it had to go through them anyway because that's how it works. When I purchased the vehicle, included in the purchase price, because I paid extra for it, was a dual battery from ARB. So they said, bring it up early January. So I brought it up in early January. So yeah, we'll have a look at the paint then. They did that. And I said, yeah, you know, once the battery's been installed, we'll have a good look at the paint and see what the painters reckon and see if they can just touch it up, and, you know, we'll get it back to you. What ended up happening was, you know, that was, what, about 6 weeks ago now, there were significant issues with the paint. And what the boys up there and what the guys up there at John Cole Toyota, what they ended up doing is they ended up respraying pretty much the entire vehicle. And, you know, like, I mean, what do you say about that? You know, I'm just, first of all, I'm so thankful that I do deal with John Cole Toyota because, you know, I've had some pretty negative interactions with other dealerships. I'm not going to mention anyone's in particular, but they're just on another level. You know, they take so much care of me and my family as well. I'm just very thankful that, you know, that although the vehicle did have some issues, they fixed it right away for me. And I know that there is a big waiting list for paint jobs as well, because I had my Subaru that had to have a little bit of work done to it before I sold it, and I had to wait 3 or 4 months to get it into a panel beater. So the fact that they were able to have a turnaround time of both the battery being installed and the paint job being done, which now it looks immaculate. I'd say it even looks better than before. The clear coat's so thick and it's got a beautiful shine to it. The color is just perfect. I really do like this color, the feverish red. And back on track. And and I'm just so thankful that although it did have some issues, that, you know, the guys up there at John Cole Toyota really looked after me and made sure that they gave me a car to use. So that's why you saw the Fortuner reviews and things like that, and some of the Fortuner videos. I use that as an opportunity to get some information out there about the Fortuner, which I really like, by the way. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I kind of miss the Fortuner, actually. It was a great vehicle, but I'm very glad to have my Hilux back, and it looks incredible. So I guess, you know, part of this video, actually a big part of this video, is me just documenting that, you know, where we're up to in this phase of the build, where we've kind of got everything back to stock and everything is looking good and factoring how it should. But also the second thing is that I just want to say a very big thank you to the guys up at John Cole Toyota for going above and beyond what, you know, any other dealership would have. So if you're around the area or you want to buy interstate, I would highly recommend you go and have a chat, or give the guys up at John Cole Toyota a phone call. Ask for Adam Cole, have a chat with him. He's such a nice guy, and, you know, I can't speak highly enough of the people up there at John Cole Toyota. All right, let's have a look. under here so I can show you guys the dual battery system and kind of what it looks like. Here you guys can see the Sentry battery. You can see these very high quality terminals. They look very nice. I do like the look of those very much. You can see lots of ARB signs as well on there because it is an ARB product. I really like how this whole thing is just set out in the engine bay now. There was a massive gap over here before, and there is still quite a fair bit of space in the engine bay there. Doesn't quite look that way on camera, but there is still a bit of space in there, maybe for a custom airbox or something like that. I might do that in the future. But for now, we've got this big space here, which I had designated for a dual battery. It has been filled. Now, we've got the stock battery, and for those of you that don't know, this stock battery is kind of like a dual purpose battery. It can still run a fridge in the tropics anyway, for a good 4 or 5 hours in the tropics. So if you live somewhere else, you could probably get a night of camping for your fridge out of this, and for your power out of the stock battery. That is a Sentry branded battery. Can still run your fridge and stuff for a little bit. It says on here that it's 65 amp hours, so you do get a little bit of juice out of that. So if I do run out of juice in this, I can tap into that because it does have a connection in the back. And if we come to the front here, you can see that there's been a little section cut out here for the BC to DC charger. And you can see there it says it's a 12 volt, 25 amp DC to DC charger. It's got different settings on there too. So it's got your different charging profiles, but it's also got solar, vehicle and stage. So for the different charging status, it does have lithium on here as well. So if I want to start using this for lithium, I still can do that. But I wouldn't mind getting the solar attachment for it, just sticking out the side. I've seen a couple of people do that where they just put the solar attachment somewhere, like on the side here or maybe on the side here. I might be able to just tap into that when I go camping. I just plug it in and then hopefully we get a little bit of charge into the battery. That would be a pretty clean setup. But you know, you live and you learn. There's always things that we're learning. So that's something that I would definitely be considering for next time, is just adding a little solar input there. And you can see some of the additional wiring behind the grille there as well. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you guys the back now. So we'll have a quick look towards the back, go for a little bit of a nighttime walk. And you can see how clean that looks now. Very nice. Okay, let's have a look in the back here. So you can see where the Anderson plug just sticks out of the side here of the 15 amp plug. And there you go, it's just next to the factory socket. And yeah, so that's kind of it. I mean, it's all a very clean setup. I'll be able to run a lot of my gear from this. My plan is just to run my fridge from this for now. And like I said, I've got an extra little special power system on its way to help me with the rest of the power system and to keep my camp powered. So that's kind of what we're looking at the moment. That's the wiring for it there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh guys, another thing is I made these shirts. It's got the small North Oz logo on it, and I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's got a picture, my favorite picture actually, of the Hilux that I took on its first camping trip. So I kind of got that on the back there, and you know, like I'm not too sure if I should sell these or not. I kind of always feel bad about selling things for whatever reason. I don't know why, but you know, if maybe we could do a couple of giveaways and stuff like that. But if you guys would want to buy these, you know, let me know in the comment section. I don't know. I think that it turned out pretty cool. I mean, these are kind of going to be, again, like a timeline of the channel, because these would probably be the first sorts of shirts that I can kind of mass produce, I guess. So I don't know. If you feel like that these are shirts that you might want to get for yourself, you know, let me know in the comment section, and maybe I can put up a website or something like that. So guys, like I said, I do apologize that this video doesn't have, you know, more things in there for you. You know, it doesn't have a huge amount of exciting content. I'm not going camping or something in this video, but like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I kind of, you know, most kind of documented the process of what's going on with the vehicle. Now next week, I do have, like I said, I do have some products being installed in the vehicle, so make sure you stick around for that and let me know what you think of these new shirts in the comment section. Would you buy them? Let me know. Alrighty guys, I'll see you very shortly in the next video, but I'll see you even sooner in the comment section. See you down there.